It's November 24th. JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today and the Treasury Titans. Nothing in this video is financial advice. And now let's dive in. Bitcoin is tightening like a coiled spring. The on-chain data this week is just screaming one word: inevitability. You know it's inevitable with a capital Bitcoin B. I'm Michael Saylor. He's been on an absolute tear, reminding the world that Bitcoin isn't just winning, it is literally absorbing monetary premium of every weaker asset on earth. You know this. I know this. His latest posts are hammering home that the dollar is melting, the system is failing, and Bitcoin is the final unbreakable apex asset. And Strategy just doubled down again, reinforcing their mission: convert energy into digital capital faster than any company in human history. We've got Chris Millis dropping chart after chart, showing Bitcoin's unstoppable long-term trajectory. Zinx is highlighting the parabolic setup forming right beneath our feet. The Bitcoin therapist is calling the moment exactly what it is: the psychological shift where the masses realizes they're late. Ragnar is breaking down why Bitcoin supply is evaporating faster than demand can chase it. And perhaps most importantly, Strategy's own posts put a spotlight on the next era of corporate balance sheet transformation. Bitcoin, Strategy, Saylor, the Titans are marching. Let's get into it. And let's get into it with Chris's first post of the day, which is MSTR is a Ponzi. Be honest. It's going to collapse. Be honest. I haven't spent more than an hour studying it. Thank you. I mean, this is exactly who we're dealing with online. I mean, it's just people that are mining for attention. They're clickbaiting, they're FUD, they're trying to get you to freak out because they're shorting the stock. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for it. Michael Saylor wants us to answer the question: did you hodl this week? And 77% of people that answered, almost 78, said yes. And I am definitely one of those yes. This is Michael Saylor's response to the MSCI index matter. I know a lot of you have gone through this, but I think it's just worth going through again because Strategy wants us to know that Strategy is not a fund, not a trust, not a holding company. We're a publicly traded operating company with a $500 million software business and a unique treasury strategy that uses Bitcoin as productive capital. This year alone, we've completed 5 public offerings of digital credit securities: Strike, Stripe, Stride, Stretch, and Stream, representing over $7.7 billion in notional value. We also launched Stretch, a revolutionary Bitcoin-backed treasury credit instrument that provides variable monthly USD yield to institutional and retail investors. Funds and trusts passively hold assets. Holding companies sit on investments. We create, structure, issue, and operate. Our team is building a new kind of enterprise, a Bitcoin-backed structured finance company with the ability to innovate in both capital markets and software. No passive vehicle or holding company could do what we're doing. Index classification doesn't define us. Our strategy is long-term. Our conviction in Bitcoin is unwavering, and our mission remains unchanged: to build the world's first digital monetary institution on a foundation of sound money and financial innovation. Mic drop by Michael Saylor. I mean, he just lays it out. It's so clear for those who get it, and I hope you're one of those. I'm one of those. I mean, it's so clear. Chris wants us to know that 2026 is going to be the year that everybody thought 2025 would be. And guess what? I'm ready for that. Zinc says, we are riding Bitcoin to 10 million a coin or zero. Bitcoin either wins or loses. There is no in between, because this is in response to Michael Saylor's "I won't back down," capital Bitcoin B. Chris says, I wish you guys knew how bullish I am for the next 3 to 9 months. 2026 is going to be absolutely insane. Chris, keep these posts coming because I love when I see this coming from you. Rob says, so we are now learning how MSTR behaves during a Bitcoin quote unquote collapse. As levered Bitcoin, when Bitcoin drops 30%, MSTR must fall between 60 to 70%, as we are seeing. What many forget, though, is when Bitcoin recovers, the quote-unquote outperformance works the opposite way as well. What's amazing to me is that despite the sell-off, MSTR is still trading at a premium. This is the signal. True story. Strategy's preferred equities are mooning. And you can see, even last week, there was a bad, brutal week. Absolutely insane volume levels, a 50% increase. Absolutely insanely good. Ragnar says 100% to Zinx. Metaplanet remains the most undervalued equity in the world. I spent many hours going over recent news releases and have come to the conclusion they are taking the best bits from the strategy playbook and improving upon the worst bits. They will 10x here at the 357 yen. I'm here for that. Strategy says, in the depths of 2022 crypto winter, our average cost basis was 30,000, while Bitcoin traded at nearly 50% below at 16K. What do? We bought more. They're saying, are we scared when Bitcoin's at 80,000 and our cost basis is at 74,000? No, we're buying more. We were buying at 16K when Bitcoin was our cost basis was at 30. They're basically saying, are you crazy? Are you serious? Do you not realize we have one simple plan? Acquire more Bitcoin. Period. End of story. The next post is from Chris. It says, this is genuinely hilarious. There are people out there who seriously believe Strategy paid almost $20 billion to service their debt this year. Strategy is one of the most misunderstood stocks on the planet. The market's ignorance is your opportunity. And it just went down to be this ridiculous, I don't even want to give this the time of day, but this ridiculous post of just another person who has spent no time, understands this company, not at all, is just posting pure trash heap trash. Now we have a great video from Michael Saylor in his interview on Schwab. So let's dive on in. Senator Cynthia Lummis recently announced that funding for a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve can start anytime. This is a massive step forward for a strategic crypto stockpile, and no surprise, was soon followed by a new all-time high for Bitcoin. If you're looking to buy more Bitcoin, BitIRA can help. In fact, BitIRA will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into Bitcoin. This also allows you to buy Bitcoin using pre-tax funds, then continue to invest in it over time as you do any other retirement account. And if you want, you can even add XRP, Ethereum, or other cryptos. BitIRA protects your assets with end-to-end insurance, highly secure storage, multi-encryption, and is registered with the US government. Your IRA is fully IRS compliant. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without incurring taxes on any buys or sells. Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Think about this. In March, President Trump signed an executive order for the Treasury to manage 200,000 Bitcoin as the foundation for a reserve. That's just the foundation. Go to bitira.com/JLD to open a tax-sheltered IRA in Bitcoin. Fire Nation, when you want more for your business, more privacy, more guidance, more success, it all starts with Northwest Registered Agents. These legends have been helping entrepreneurs launch and grow their businesses for nearly 30 years. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in the U.S. with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your state's laws and actually care about helping you win. With Northwest, you can build your complete business identity, everything from what your customers see to what they don't, operating agreements, meeting minutes, compliance paperwork, and more. You'll get thousands of free resources, lawyer drafted forms, and step-by-step guides all in one place, and you don't even need to create an account to access them. Best part, privacy is automatic. Northwest never sells your data and handles everything in-house. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free.
And that's also about capital formation. Like, there's 40 million companies in the United States. Why can't they all just issue their own token to raise capital, right? Tokenize your country club membership, tokenize your restaurant, tokenize your hotel chain, whatever, Katy Perry token, Joe Rogan token, everybody token. Right now, you want to go public, it's $40 million in 4 years and an army of lawyers. Well, what if I just wanted to spend the weekend or 4 hours or 4 days and I wanted to raise money for my $2 million company or $20 million company? So capital formation is another killer application of digital finance. The third killer application is I tokenize a share of Apple stock. Okay, why can't I just send Apple stock between India and Pakistan on Saturday afternoon on an Android phone? Okay, what are you doing? You're basically moving the securities market at the speed of light. Everybody wants 24/7, 365 trading. And if I can self-custody my Bitcoin, why can't I self-custody $1 million worth of Apple stock? And if I can self-custody, maybe I can actually, get bids from the highest bidder, and I can send $1 million of Apple stock to Singapore and get paid for it. So this entire area of digital finance, This is very entrepreneurial. It's all about innovation. It's much more sophisticated, and that is the other half of the crypto market. Now, the first half of the market, digital capital, digital credit, that's got regulatory clarity now, right? Bitcoin is digital capital. The President of the United States has said it. It's been the Secretary of Treasury. They've all clarified that. So that's pretty much just about issuing traditional conventional credit instruments, taking them public on capital markets. And if there's any hoops to jump through, it's like, how do I sell Stretch in euros in Switzerland and get the sign off from the European Union, the Swiss regulator, the exchange, right? But it's not new law. It's traditional finance law. The other part of the equation requires clarity. I mean, literally the act clarity. And so the next big crypto bill is the bill that defines and creates the bright lines and empowers. What can you do with digital currency? What can you do with a digital token? How do I tokenize my share of stock? How do I tokenize, STRC and let it trade at the speed of light in Singapore on the weekend on a crypto exchange? Right? It's not clear how to do that yet. Mm-hmm. Is there demand? Yeah, there's $100 trillion of demand.
What's the second best? There is no second best.